Another day, another thought. Welcome all to another edition of the Double Edition, the Double Touch Show. Hope everyone is doing well. As you guys know, I'm RJ here together with my co-host KR. KR, what's up, man?
I'm happy I can hear you.
Awesome,
That's a good thing.
awesome. Hey, thanks to everyone that's checking out this show. Remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already. We see a lot of you guys watch, but you're not subscribed. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means a lot to us because it will help us reach our monetization goals and enable us to produce better quality shows. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. We have a good one for you today, a good show. So comment. We want to hear your thoughts and opinions on the show. We want to hear you. We want to see you like the video if you like the content, of course. And of course, if you like it, share it with your friends, your families, and your enemies as well. Don't forget to check us out on our socials at Double Touch Show on Facebook and Instagram. Guys, we have a very good one for you today, a very interesting one for you today. We did a lot of shows about this guy at the start of the Double Touch channel. Go check it out, the Double Touch Show channel. At one point, this guy was in the news every week, and we realized that our shows were becoming to st- to to focus on him because every week there was something new. And when we saw what he was talking about and we weren't sure where he was heading, we thought, yeah, perhaps we should step
We
back, explore some other topics. Just see how this one plays out. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the latest developments in the sale of the no.
No, no,
We'll
no.
let KR this. I'll let.
Where do we begin? You tried to steal my shine and you failed. Guys, but to agree, I want to agree with RJ. So in the beginning, at a certain point, yeah, we were doing weekly shows. It seems more like we were becoming a Kanye channel, but logic prevailed, and we were like, yeah, we're not gonna continue doing this. But yeah, in today's show, we're going to talk about the latest in the feud between Adidas and Yeezy or Kanye. Back when it all happened, and we all know what happened.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
Kanye went berserk on a couple of people, which we don't agree with. But anyway, that's not a topic of today. Adidas decided to end the contract, their agreement. And Adidas wanted to freeze some funds. 75 million that was paid to Yeezy for marketing. 75 million. Adidas thought, let me freeze this until we finish up the dispute.
Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out first.
Well, you get paid, boy. That's probably they really might have thought, boy.
They
Anyway.
probably did.
But yeah, this lawsuit was started by Kanye in order to unfreeze the 75 million. And guess what? After a couple of hearings, the judge said to both parties last week that Adidas can't freeze Ye 75 million for Yeezy marketing payment. It cannot. So basically, I would say whatever I'm gonna say at the next part. RJ, do you want to say something before we start the show?
Yes, I do. Guys, we have a disclaimer down below. Go check it out. If you're too lazy to read, no problem, guys. Guys, we understand. You come here for entertainment, and that's what we provide here on a Double Touch show, or at least that's what we try to. Maybe you don't find us entertaining. It doesn't matter. But in any case, you can find us entertaining, you can find us not entertaining. We have no problem whatsoever. What we do want to make clear that we are in no kind of way, shape, or form a guru or an advisor. This channel, although we discuss financial and legal topics, business topics, we are not here to provide entertainment solely.
Whoa, 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 whoa! We are here for entertainment.
We are not here to provide advice, solely entertainment. Thanks for that, KR. So, if you're looking for advice to scale your business or to get that girl that's been ignoring you for 5 years, go,
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
go check out another channel for everything else relating to entertainment. We welcome you to the Double Touch Show.
Yes, 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 yes. Welcome to the Double Touch Show. It's showtime. Yes, guys. So we are here. Kanye went berserk last year. I don't know what was going through his mind, but he went from a billionaire to a multi-millionaire, back to a multi-millionaire. Adidas cut off the contract, and that resulted in a couple of disputes. One of them being that Kanye was of the opinion that it wasn't handled correctly. That's always what you have when people try to end a contract. Definitely $1 billion contract, which he had. And part of that was also the 75 million. Not only that, there's a lot of hurt going on. Adidas got hurt. Guys, if you didn't know, it's pitiful. It's very pitiful. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It's crazy if you think about it. Kanye was responsible for Kanye and his brand Yeezy was responsible for 2%, 4%, I think, something like that, 4% of the revenue, but 40% of the profits. Imagine that. Imagine that. We did a show in the past about this. This was the show with Corey, where we discussed who will need each other more than the other. Hindsight is always 2020, but we said back then that probably Kanye will find a way.
Yeah.
Last week we talked about him filing for a new patent for his new shoe,
The sock shoe.
the sock shoe. It's gonna be $1,000 shoe. I already see it. I already see it. It looks crazy, but I think knowing Kanye and his designs probably will be a hot shoe and will be a hot design. We all gonna be walking barefoot, almost barefoot.
Right. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's cool or not, if comfortable or not. Kanye and Yeezy, wearing that shoe has a certain status symbol. Not to everybody, but because of the price, when someone's walking with a Yeezy, you see, oh, that person paid a lot of money for that ugly shoe, and that plays a role, man.
I will take a shot at the Yeezy buyers, man.
No, I'm not taking a shot. Well, let me put it like this: those I don't
It's
own.
an exotic shoe.
I don't own any Yeezy shoes, but from people who owns them. I heard a couple of times that they are extremely comfortable. So maybe and that's one thing. Second thing, Ye is somewhat of a visionary, despite what people want to make of him. And it might well be that in the future we will, let's say, people would be wearing these types of shoes, and if not these shoes specifically, that they will that these shoes will influence the development of other shoes.
Yes, yes, definitely. So let me see if I still can find the numbers thing. But anyway, guys, so I'm gonna share the other articles that have been shared about this situation. So Adidas failed to win court order refreezing the 75 million headband Kanye's Yeezy brand. According to the articles, the Adidas lawyers came in with you cannot wait a second. Wait a second. Where is that?
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
They came in with tabloids articles in which said that Yeezy might be on the point of default. And that was what they were using to freeze the 75 billion. No other thing, no nothing. Just rumors. So I mean, people have been convicted of rumors, but I mean, this is crazy. If you think about it, I don't know what they were thinking. It was a very weak argument. Just imagine, guys. Just imagine if you what was a oh no, I'm not gonna use that rumor. That's a wild rumor. I'm gonna use that rumor. Anyway, just imagine a wild rumor is spread, and then someone jumps in the court and try to fight you over that rumor. Come on, man. What are we dealing with? Who are we, man? But yeah, so here we are. The 75 is unfreezed. I think Kanye has access to the 75. Think he can use it to continue to develop his brand. I mean, he's down right now. Yeezy is down. He's been knocked out by himself, but he's been knocked out. And now it's time to build. It's time to build up again. He has to. It takes 20 years to build something, and you can tarnish it in a week time.
Yeah.
In a couple of brands. So he has to build it up again. I don't know if he's still affiliated with all these idiots, to be honest. That was his downfall. But let's see if he can find his way again. Archie.
Yeah, that's a good question. Whether he can find his way back again, and I think he can. I think that what's important to keep into to account is that he is the creative influence.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily means that he's the one creating it, but he knows what he wants, what he doesn't want. He sees life differently than we do, and
A savant.
a savant. Yeah. So I think, you talked about it. We did mention that Ye would come out on top. So the chances are higher that Ye would come out on top instead of Adidas, and that's amongst other things because due to Ye, Adidas became the company it or at least reached a different stratosphere. Let me put it like that. So Adidas reached a different stratosphere. So although people are all focused on Yeezy is not a billionaire anymore, but Adidas also suffered. Now, Ye now has filed for his trademark on the shoes. We talked about it in the previous show. I'm curious to see, or at least not curious to see, because I'm confident that he will try to take the ownership route this way. Not because he did it, but purely because he admitted that Sway was right. Sway was right all along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, guys, I found it, by the way. Guess what? According to Morgan Stanley, at the time when the partnership between Kanye West and Adidas was dissolved last year, Kanye accounted for 8% of. Imagine this, guys. Imagine this. Out of every $10, $100, and make it easy. Out of every $100 that Adidas earned, $8 was from Kanye's brand. And it also said 40% of the profit. So they were really selling the shit of sorry, I used the wrong word. They really were selling Yeezys overpriced, but okay. 40% of the profits? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, it tells you as well that the product is a luxury product, right?
Yeah. And
Because
Adidas doesn't usually sell luxury products.
no. So
They are
it's a
partnering with
market. It's a market. 50% is a lot. So it's a market that
40. 40.
40. Did I say 50? I said 50, right? Yeah, 40% is a lot. And it is a big, it's a big it's a big loss that they suffered. And I can't think of anybody who can come in and get that revenue, or at least the not the revenue, but the profits back up to that level, at least not in a short period of time. Perhaps they might need to get 2 or 3 people to help endorse, something to that extent. But I mean, it's obvious that they lost a big partner in Kanye.
Yeah. And just imagine, I have a feeling, but I'm not sure. Kids these days grew up knowing Kanye as a big star. Kids that are maybe 8, 17, 16, they know Kanye from the time the Red album. What's it called? The Dark Twisted stuff.
My beautiful dark
My
twisted
Beautiful.
fantasy.
Yeah. Is Kanye? I'm not sure, but is Kanye the? And I'm not gonna compare it, but in a sense of popularity and well known, could he be considered the Michael Jackson of our time? I'm not talking about music wise, because Michael Jackson is on his own. You cannot compare. The guy made great music, timeless music. But is Kanye maybe in popularity the same as Michael was back then? And that's why these people were selling so much sneakers. Like, imagine, I mean, this is a corporate company. This is a corporate company, Adidas, who had to think about how they can sell off the last stock they had of Yeezys. They came up with a lot of different solutions. None of them worked. At the end, they had to say, we're gonna sell it and give a part to anti-racism, discrimination, and anti-Semitism organization. I don't know
Well,
what part that is. I don't know how much. Maybe it's $1. because the I mean the books have to also speak. You know, the investors will look very side eye to the CEO. Like, what are you doing over here, boy? Not a boy.
I'd
Boy.
be shocked. I'd be shocked. It can't be care. They said in the newspaper. I understand what you're saying about the shareholders, and of course, the shareholders want profit. I agree, but I'd be shocked
Shocked at what?
that if it's $1, it can't be $1, man. What
I
will
guess
go to
we don't
charity?
know. We have to wait till
Yeah, yeah.
let me see which quarter are we now. I think we're the second quarter.
I mean, if the shoes go for between 90 and 200, I think.
You might get it. We might have to wait just 3 months to get the second quarter numbers.
Yeah.
Because they had the sale off
No,
last
but
month, right?
no, but I'm
So
talking about the portion that would go to charity is what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
so we can see it in the I don't know, maybe they hide it. There are
Let's see it.
accounting
Let's
tricks
see.
that you can use.
Let's
Well, I
see.
don't know anything, guys. I'm in my mama's basement. But there are accounting tricks that you can use to hide certain things from the eyes of the. It's legal, but it's like very weird stuff. But hey, man, we'll see. We'll see what. I'll definitely take a look in the in the reports in the reporting of the numbers for next quarter, for this quarter, or and also next. If I don't find it in this quarter, I'll look in the next one. I don't know where they're gonna put it, but they had the sale last week. They had the sale last week. I heard some people applied to all to all what was being sold, and they got all. Mm, and they didn't have the money, I think, but that's why they are complaining online. But hey, choices you make, right? Choices you make. Anyway, guys, so we are talking about this whole dispute between Kanye and Adidas, and Adidas is also, they are not denying that they are hurting. Kanye Yeezy loss is hurting us, admits Adidas. So they are giving it up. They had to cut 400 million in sales in the first quarter. 400 million. That's a lot of money where you can put in as a loss because you couldn't sell the Yeezys. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't followed the latest calls by the CEO, but um, I think I heard that they were not expecting the growth to grow as fast as they were as with Kanye. So it's gonna be a tough season
Yeah.
for a couple of seasons until they find out a new solution. Because guys, if I look at the Adidas website, man, the only thing that was actually pretty interesting to see were the Kanye shoes. Otherwise, they design stuff that's, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so they are admitting that they are hurting. Not only that, Kanye decided to move. And guess where he moved to, RJ?
So for his home, he had a farm, right?
No, is a store, a store.
Okay,
His
so
next
but
office. He's moving his office
he's moving his office
in LA. Guess where he moved to?
in LA.
I'm not gonna keep you in too long.
Compton.
He's down, but he's not down like other people. His down is up for a lot of people. I
uh,
think I think a lot of people would wish they are down like him.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Kanye moved next door to the flagship store of Adidas.
Mm.
He moved to the next to it. So he's like, man, you're gonna see this growth. How do they say that? Growth season? I don't know. People have all these. So this is the. Let me show you guys, man. This is the store, and this is Yeezy HQ. If that ain't, I don't know. If that ain't trolling, I don't know what is, bro.
You think you can do better than me? You think
Yeah.
you can do this to me?
You think you can do this to me?
Yeah, you cannot make.
You can't
this.
make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
So Kanye is now gonna show Adidas that they made a mistake by cutting him. It's gonna be a very interesting time, to be honest. It's gonna be a very interesting time with the developments of that 75 million being released now. Not sure what will happen in that case, but Kanye will use that to fund his new shoes and manufacturing, and also maybe he has something up his sleeve. Maybe he has something up his sleeve. Maybe he has the right people around him now. And not clowns that are there only to use him for clout.
We talked about in the previous show. Yeah, thanks. We talked about in the previous show how it's not only having the right people around, but be open and willing to take feedback as well. And so I would say, even if he has good people around him, if they are not open and willing to, if he's not open and willing to listen and to follow advice, then doesn't really matter. He will ultimately have the people around him that are going to enforce his opinions and his way of looking at things. Not saying that it's bad or it's good in itself, but it only means that if Kanye is not in a good place, he will look for people that are not in a good place as well.
Yeah. We've seen that. Seen that.
We've seen that very recently.
I mean, he was hanging with a couple of, I'm not gonna name names, but you can categorize them as weirdos, straight up weirdos. But yeah, so here we are, guys. So before we continue, I'm gonna do some housekeeping. For all of you guys who've been watching, please don't forget to press on that like button. It really helps us to spread the word,
Yes, the gospel.
the gospel, and someone is listening finally. But don't forget, guys, to press on that subscribe button. As Audrey already said at the beginning of the show, about 95% of you guys are rewatching our videos, and we like that. We appreciate you watching those videos, but it really helps us with our goals if you would subscribe. We are trying to build a strong foundation on this platform we are building, and we can do that with your help. RJ, we are trying to reach a goal.
Yes, we're trying to get 1,000 subs by the end of June of this year. We have a couple of weeks to go, approximately 3 weeks to go. If everyone that watches and rewatches just subscribe to the channel, it really will help us get us there faster, which will enable us to put more resources into the production of our shows. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel.
Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Don't forget to press on the notification bell as well. So you are always up to date on when we post new videos. And of course, don't forget to share our videos with your friends, families, the one who's sitting against you in the lawsuit, in the hearing, the one who will take the anyway. I'm not gonna say that. The one.
So you were gonna say that. I was like, this guy can't be serious about it. But okay. I
No. I don't know what you're referring to. Maybe we talk about it off air, but I don't think this is.
I thought you were Jamo ranting.
No. Guys, share it with your enemies so you can serve him the papers for your lawsuit and distract him so you can win the lawsuit. Anyway, guys, let's continue with the show. So here we are. Adidas has filed the case against, well, Adidas is still fighting, by the way. They haven't given up. They will try again to refreeze this. It's not the last time they will try it. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think about this whole refreezing, the freezing of the 75 million. Is it justified? Should they freeze the money that they paid Kanye for his advice, his designs, his marketing? Or should it be paid back to Adidas? We'll see. Let us know in the comments what you think about this. RJ.
Yes.
Okay, you have nothing to say. Okay, let's continue, guys. So, at the end of the day, we are dealing here with a lot of stuff, and also new. I mean, right now, a lot of things are popping up. Now that the dust starts to settle, everyone is chiming in. Even Nike. Nike is kicking the man who's down. That's the only way I can describe this. And the man is also their competitor. Nike said the following. Nike execs warned Adidas that Kanye was difficult to work with, but the sportswear brand partnered with him anyways, a report says. Adidas ignored warnings from Nike that Kanye was difficult to work with, Bloomberg reported. Kanye started selling the Nike sneakers in 2009 before later partnering with Adidas. Over the course of the Adidas partnership, West's behavior became increasingly erratic. Let's be honest, guys. At the beginning of this partnership, it was all good. Money was flowing. Adidas was making money. So at the end, you cannot say that they made the wrong choice.
Well, they got the money.
They got the money. They had, I don't know how long this partnership, I think it's around about 10 years.
Yeah, they had the money.
So
Maybe it ended, but they wouldn't have gotten the money they got without Ye.
Ye was the cash cow.
It's like you're in a relationship or you date someone and your friends tell you, no, never mind her, man. Never mind her. No, she's a cool girl. You date, you want to get married, you propose to her. Oh, bad idea. Bad idea. You get married. She's in there for the money, man. She's only there for the money, man. 10 years later, you hit a setback. She's there. helping you. I'm telling you, bro, she's gonna leave you soon. You get back on your feet 50 years later. Now they'll tell you now that she's almost there. Now that she got the money back, now she'll leave you. You kids go out, you grow up and go to school, go to college. You both are 50. I'm telling you, now is the time that she will leave you. She turns 56 and she says, you know what? I think we see things differently, so we need to split. I told you. I told you she will leave you. Didn't I tell you 35 years ago?
I've seen him do it.
So it's like, yeah, maybe you broke up 35 years later, but what did you do during the relationship? You know? And Adidas gained a lot during the relationship.
They gained a lot. And guys, imagine the eight. I don't think you guys understand. If 8% of revenue comes from only one person, 8%, what the heck is the rest of the company doing? You're a multi-billion company. I think, right? They are still, there's a couple of billions worth.
Yeah.
And he was the one who was bringing out 40% of the profit. Come on, man.
And you thought it was a good idea to act woke and delete or terminate, I have to say, the agreement. And now, who's the clown?
They should have. I'm not sure what the best move was. It's hard to say. Terminating the contract is an option, which they did, or suspending him. That's also something that has happened in the past in cases like this, when people start acting crazy. Maybe suspension could have been a solution for them.
You know what I always think?
To basically do a due diligence, to find out what is the best move, because it gives you time.
That was what I was about to say. If you just wait things out, because let's be honest, Kiara, when Ye was running wild, or when Ja Morant did what he did, people look at the person, they don't look at the company directly. So they don't think, oh, but he's affiliated to. They don't think like that. However, I can understand that brands wants to, the corporate world, it's all show. It's not the real deal. It's just perception is important. Oh, we don't want to be working with that person.
It's risk mitigation. That's what it's called.
Yes, well, they did a hell of a good job, didn't they? Now, if they had just waited,
mitigated the risk. Yeah, they opened another. They mitigated this one. They opened another one.
If they had just waited and maybe suspended, maybe published a statement saying we don't agree with this. We see that Ye has mental health problems. We will try to contact or try to get him to, something to that extent. I mean, it shouldn't be those texts necessarily, but buy yourself time. Let it develop, Skip. If they had done it.
Can you say that again?
Why would I?
Can you say it again? What did you say? I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you.
You heard me very well.
I didn't hear you.
You're trying to set me up, man. I'm not.
I'm not trying to. I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said let it develop, Skip. So
That's not what you say. That's not what you said. Can you say how you said it before?
Let it develop, Skip.
Yeah. Oh man, shout out to Shannon, man. Shout out to Shannon, man. Oh my God. Let it develop. Well, I don't know. kind of like Tyson. Which one doesn't matter? It's the same guy.
No, but I mean, they made their choice. They wanted to come over as woke, and this is what happened. So, of course, they will never admit it, but yeah, it is what it is.
One thing. A lot of times, some companies. Well, it's not all companies. It's also the employees of companies. And I'm not talking in this case in general, right? What you will find is people don't. I don't know. And I don't know if it is it has to do with education or something like that. But they don't tend to try to buy themselves more time to make the right decision. They don't let the play develop enough. They want to make a choice right away. While you can just sit there and make a choice right before the buzzer.
Yeah,
That's also always an option. You don't have to make a choice right away. He was going crazy. Just suspend him until further notice. 9 months later, we found that he went to a clinic. He got rid of his addiction. I don't know what kind of addiction it is. It was an addiction of
well, he
I'm
went
not
to a
gonna say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
and then the question is, but the king, there's a lot of factors as well. Adidas has a very, let's call it, interesting history. So this is, I think that might have also played a role into this. It's a lot of work and moving parts. Because I don't know if you guys know, but Adidas was supplier of the Third Reich, guys,
yeah
or designer or something like that. They were designing or supplying
of the what did you say?
Third Reich.
Third what?
Reich.
As in REICH?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
If I'm not mistaken. Allegedly. Let me look it up real quick. Can you also say something while I'm
Yeah,
looking
but
it up?
I just want to be sure that I'm understanding what you're actually saying, because I'm hearing something. I don't think you're saying that, but okay. Yeah, guys, remember to subscribe
Yeah,
if you
he
haven't.
was the inventor, the starter, Adolf Dassler
Yeah.
was member of the
Then
NAI party.
we're on the same page. We're on the same page. I thought you were saying yay was the suppliers.
No, I'm
So I
talking
was
about
like, wait, what are you saying? That
I'm talking about
The
the
founder was
history of Adidas,
yeah.
and that might have also played a role because I mean you already have that
That's true.
link attached to your
That's true.
brand, whether you want it or not.
That's true.
It's cannot remove. You cannot wash it off.
That's a very good point. Yeah. So they have that extra burden to carry compared to another, let's say, shoe company. That might definitely be
The reason why they
yeah,
made
because
a quick decision because we don't want to go back, boy. Hey, wait a second. No one has talked about our past the last 40 years. And suddenly, if we suspend them instead of firing them, they started talking about that. That might tank our company to the fullest.
yeah.
Hey guys, don't believe me? There's a lot of these companies you guys are using these days that were part of the right that started. They were popping off
Yeah.
after and during the time of the right.
Yeah, the old school Germany. So go check it out, guys.
Volkswagen.
Educate yourself. Yeah, because Anyway, guys, go check it out. Because we're not,
Maybe
not
that's
gonna.
a separate show. That's a separate channel.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
separate.
the channel that might be
That's
discontinued real quick.
that's a throwaway channel. That's
That's a
like
throwaway channel.
a
Yeah.
burner channel.
Yo, That would be crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of these companies that are involved back then. I mean, I can name them by one. I've done.
The
Hey,
due
I have a lot of
diligence.
time. I have a lot of time in my mama's basement. So sometimes you start reading because I can read. Sometimes it doesn't seem like that, but yeah, you do your research and you know a couple of companies and you know the history. It is what it is. It is what it is. But
Yes, yes.
hey, man, oh, I see here. They started doing that already, by the way.
Who
They
did?
were doing that in October. Time.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were Adidas dark history in the spotlight is in the spotlight as deal ends with Kanye over his anti comments.
Mm.
So I think that might have been the trigger. So I cannot judge them for firing. And you don't want to. So those old stuff, you don't want to bring it back to the light.
Hey, if you look at how some of these celebrities are being dragged into court for something that happened 40, 50 years ago. Of course, yeah, I do understand that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So then,
It
yeah,
needs it takes one Kid Rock to blow away Adidas shoes for the company to tank.
oh well, his name was Ari Emanuel, but okay, let's continue.
Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah. Maybe we can just talk a little bit about some legal things to consider moving on forward,
Yeah,
because it's not clear to me what will happen to or what will happen to the relationship between Adidas and Ye. It's not clear to me if it's already finished. So it's finished. But I meant to say it's not clear to me whether it is whether there are more loose ends to tie up, with regards to the sale of the shoe, proceeds and things of that nature, or whether or not they are completely done. But Ye opening a store at the same building complex as uh, the competitor, as Adidas, is sending a clear message saying, I'm going to compete for you and I'm coming for your neck. Protect your neck, as the Wu Tang Clan used to say. So I wonder if he learned this lesson, and I'm curious to see how he will grow, especially the business aspect. If you look at who his friends were on the calm down, because it wasn't a come up, you could see that they were like accelerating the speed of his crash.
already. Yeah,
And I believe, or at least I have a
suspicion.
suspicion that Ye still has ties with certain members of those people. We talked about Sneeko. I think Sneeko was just there for a while. We also had other people, and these people. One of those guys, one of very controversial person, he said in a previous show, "Yeah, I can call Ye," and I was like, "Oh, so he still has
He still
Ye's."
has the number. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true. Now
Yeah,
you're saying that he was at the Pearly Gates show, right?
yeah, at the Pearly Gate show, and he said, "Yeah, we can call Ye. He still have his number, but I don't think he will join though." Because when Pearly was catching all the heat for things that happened on her show, she tried to, they were just talking about it, and they said, "Yeah, we should do something." And jokingly, Pearly Thing suggested to bring Ye on the platform. Pearly
Mm.
Thing, I mean, she's bold. Let me put it like that. Like, oh, just hey, but
You have to be right.
when
Woman
I
in a man's space, you have to be sometimes the only man with the balls.
Yeah, maybe. But the whatever the case may be, during that show, based on the comment that the guy made, I suspected I suspect that they might still be in contact. And if that's the case,
Yeah.
you know, and if that person is close to him, and if Ye has more of those type of people around him, then I'm afraid that he will crash again.
It's a crash dummy, man.
So
It's
it's
a
good to
complete
have,
crash dummy.
yeah, good people around him. Good people around him that know what they're doing.
He had people that were saying no to him, but then they parted ways. I don't know if you call the I don't know. I don't know if you saw that. There was this interview at Flat TV with the guy who started Hollywood,
Mm,
Hollywood on
yeah. Van Layton.
Hollywood Unlocked. Um, founder. Let me see. Jason Lee. Jason Lee was also part of his team. But Jason Lee left after a couple of I don't know. They were not agreeing on how to move forward, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go my own way." And then after that, it started going really south. So maybe that was those guys were holding it up, and then they were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stay to watch this crash happen because
Yeah,
I have my own career to worry about."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah. So this is the thing. Yeah, I do think that what you said is true. Great friends, but also he has to listen, and I think that's probably maybe the biggest problem here, because he said in one of the interviews as well, "How am I going to listen to people that earn what is it less
Less
money
than me.
than me? Who's
Why would
rich
I take
than me?"
advice from people that earn less than me?
Yeah. Well, that's a way to look at it. You might say you might have a point.
He does have a point, of course. He has a point.
But then
Yeah,
again, sometimes if you listen to people who have less money, you might get some logic in your brain.
yeah,
Why is he listening to the people who's yes manning and they have still less money than him? That's a great question right here.
yeah.
Anyway. So, do we have anything else to say?
I have nothing else to say with regards to the topic. I think this we discussed everything that is important, or at least that's relevant to talk about at this particular point in time. We said, as mentioned at the beginning of the show, that we made a decision in the first couple of months of the existence of this channel to not do Ye stories anymore, because Ye was in the paper every week doing wild things and wilder things every time. So time and time again. However, what's interesting to see is that Ye went to seemingly went to hibernate as a figure of speech. No one knew where Ye was, and now he's gradually resurfacing. It seems.
Yeah.
Maybe he had time to clear his mind, clear his head, and start thinking more strategically. He started with patenting or copywriting, or no, trademarking his new shoe, which is the sock shoe, uh, which is something that he learned from. That's not me saying. That's him saying when he said that Sway was right, relating to the way he was doing business with bigger companies. I think he realized that what Sway was saying was right. Ownership is good to have, and he can get way more and keep way more as well with the ownership. Because I believe that if the shoes were actually his and he wasn't partnered with Adidas and things went down as they did, the Yeezy shoes wouldn't have suffered the way that they had suffered, because many people rock with Ye because they feel Ye, they think, hey, I can rock with you, and you're there. Maybe I agree or I disagree with what you said, but I do think that they're doing you wrong. And with your own brand in your hand, you could get way more done. So that's all I wanted to say with regards to this topic, guys. And before we continue, remember one very important thing: rate the show by pressing the like button. If you add value from the show, share the video with your friends, your families, and of course your enemies. Most importantly, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing, but it means a lot to us. It helps us get monetized, and it helps us. Uh, it puts us in a position to make better quality shows, better production. SKR always says at the end of the show,
But I can only show you the door.
And behind that door, you shouldn't forget to open up your volume so you can say what you want to say. And what I wanted to say was, if you open another door, you might find a bag with 75 million in it. It's not from the C in the beginning and the L at the end, which we referred to a couple of shows ago. It's Adidas bag. Take it and run. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Later, guys.
yes, guys, it's been a pleasure. And one thing that KR failed to mention was that the bag is hot. It's not frozen anymore. We'll see each other in the next show. Until next time, peace.
Peace.